from Cleveland's most accurate weather team. This is 19 First Alert Plus, sponsored by the man that makes them pay, Tim Misney.
Well, good afternoon. I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News, coming to you from our digital desk. We like to take a look at our weather picture a couple of times a day. Those big, puffy white clouds as we look out, a live look in our First Alert network of cameras towards Cleveland State University. Let's bring in 19 First Alert meteorologist Andy Chilian. Andy, I love the last name because it is a little chilly out there in downtown Cleveland, just 52 degrees there.
Yes, it is. We're getting the chill for sure, and it feels a little bit colder. We're dealing with the north wind right now, 16 miles per hour. So it's definitely more like a late fall feel. At least we've been seeing some of the sun trying to peek out in Cleveland and some areas along the lakeshore. But in these types of patterns, those clouds tend to fill back in. So enjoy what little blue sky we have. We're going to be dealing with this pattern over the next few days before we're finally able to see some improvement towards the end. Obviously, we've seen some rain as well. It was raining pretty widespread this morning. Right now, those showers have been focused more in our western counties, very scattered, so a lot of us are dry at this hour. But you can see some of those scattered showers across parts of Erie, Huron counties, and then down towards parts of Richland, Ashland, and even Wayne County as well. A little bit heavier rain down across southeastern parts of Huron County, and maybe even some small hail. Don't want to rule that out, especially tomorrow. We're going to have a little bit more instability in the atmosphere. That means we could get some storms, and there could be some little ice pellets falling. It's not going to be severe, but when the atmosphere is as cold as it is, especially right above our heads, sometimes you can get a little bit of that ice falling before it's able to melt. So all in all, that's what we're looking at. Plenty of dry time today as we head through the rest of this evening. I would say especially this evening and overnight, that's when we're going to start to see some more scattered showers developing. It's all lake effect driven, so we know how that goes. It's scattered, it's hit or miss, and it of course favors areas near the lakeshore. But otherwise, when it's not raining, it'll just be mostly cloudy, breezy, and chilled. Temperatures not budging too much early on here, especially right across the lake. Eventually, we will fall into the 40s overnight, but you can see that north breeze, while it will be lessening some from what we're seeing throughout the day, it's still going to be breezy overnight, bringing that into our area. So we are just looking at a lot of the same here as we do head over these next few days, but important forecast, of course, coming towards the end of the week, and I'll show you what is in store coming up here in just a bit.
Watch this, folks. This is how you put a weather guy on the spot. Andy, what about weather tonight in the dreaded New York Yankees Stadium? What do we think is the weather is going to be there?
Yeah, well, you try to put me on the spot, Dan, but I'm one step ahead of you because I've been looking at that forecast. And biggest thing there is going to be the wind. They're going to be windy as well. We're talking about a pretty gusty breeze from the northwest. We could be talking about 15, 20 mile per hour winds there. Wow. So not going to rain. It's going to be chilly there, too. We're talking temperatures only in the lower 50s, but mostly clear. But we'll see how that breeze, impacts the game overall because, when you're hitting those balls and the wind drives them one way or another, that could have some impacts there. So we'll be watching very closely for that. And if anybody may be heading to the game, jumping on that last-minute flight, don't know if they'll make it or not, but they want to make sure they dress warmly there as well.
See that? You try and put a weather guy in our First Alert weather team on the spot, and you just can't do it. That's right. How good they are down there. Andy, we're going to take that 15-second pause and look at the weather for when the Guardians, when they come home.
All right.
I've represented families just like yours for over 4 decades. Listen, if you need me, call me. I'll be there for you, and I'll make them pay. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye out for you.
And Andy's going to keep an eye on, especially Thursday, Friday, but we've got to get through some wet weather ahead of that.
We sure do, yeah, more of that rain and even some storms in the forecast. I know it's a bit of a dreary look as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday, almost no other way to put it. More showers again tomorrow. Don't be surprised if you do hear some thunder, maybe see some lightning out there. This is not severe weather if you do see a bit of hail as well, but it's the instability in our atmosphere just from this strong low pressure system that's nearby. Wednesday, scattered showers, especially in the morning, and then you can see the forecast really just takes a flip, obviously for the better though, and you can't time it any better than this. The Guardians will be back at home on Thursday and Friday. Now those are either late afternoon or evening games, so you need to focus on the nighttime, the morning temperatures. It's going to be pretty cold out there. The daytimes will start to warm up, but once that sun goes down, boy, are you going to feel the chill. So make sure you're dressing appropriately. Obviously, we can expect this time of year in October after all. Obviously, we're in the postseason, but either way, it's not going to be that summer baseball weather for sure. But good news is dry weather, lots of sunshine. taking us Thursday and Friday. We would love to put another Guardians logo on there on Saturday. That would be Game 5. And then Sunday, we turn our attention to the Browns. It seems like it's been forever since they've been back at home. Well, Huntington Bank Field's going to be rocking on Sunday, and you really can't expect or ask for better weather there. Sunny and 69, and heck, we could be back in the 70s as we start next week. So this is a very temporary chill down. It's a sign, I know, of things to come, but once we get through the next couple of days, the weather looks to be warming up and staying nice for at least the foreseeable future.
Andy, I think there'd be some Browns fans who would disagree with you that it'll be rocking in the
well,
Huntington
let's hope
Bank
so.
Field.
Maybe they can finally turn things around. Okay, I mean they're taking on the Bengals. We got to root for obviously don't want the rivals to win. Obviously, that's a big game. So I'm going to think positive, Dan, and hope that things will be rocking and hopefully they can turn things around against the Bengals this Sunday.
19 First Alert meteorologist Andy Chilian, thank you for your optimism and your weather report. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
Take care. That's going to wrap it up. Found another camera for us to look at here in our First Alert network of cameras. A little shaky, a little windy out there. But you can see spots of blue clouds out there. You can actually even see some of the changing of the leaves there on the tops of some of those trees. If we have any other breaking news, it'll be here on our digital platforms. Our 3.5 hours of news and weather kicks off in just about a half an hour on Channel 19. I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News, and we'll see you over there.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and